white trash man. I love NASCAR. Goes hand in hand with an ice cold PBR. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. Been on over. You can kiss my white trash. All you white trash folk who like your smoke. Gonna step outside. Gonna get real high. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. Been on over. You can kiss my white trash. Whoa, yeah, boy. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. Been on over. You can kiss my white trash. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. I'm a white trash man. I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, yeah, we are back and we are live. What's up, my dude? Ladies and gentlemen, Vern in the building. Cardman, Vern Whitecourt in the building. How you feeling, sir?
Feeling good. How you doing?
Man, I'm just crushing it, killing it, life in it, winning, and I don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? What about you? What's good? What's good, man?
Weather is outstanding here right now.
Hell
Beautiful out. Went outside with the dog a little bit today. Here, I'm trying to figure out. There, that might work. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you sound great. You actually sound
Now
great.
you're in my headphones. You weren't in my headphones before. That's what I had to fix. So yeah, no, it's a great day outside. Beautiful air. Things are starting to really green up as well. We had a hailstorm last night again. It's our second one in a week.
Goodness.
So, but you guys have had tornadoes all over the place around you.
Yeah, finally a little chill. Yesterday was better. Today looks like it's going to be moderate this weekend. Weather talk, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
The fun stuff. So, was going to ask you, and I need like 20 seconds because I need to go grab my nicotine. I'm not going to be able to make it through without any. Okay, so I was going to ask you. So you hit me with something. You hit me with the idea. You hit me with the thought. You hit me with the concept, if you will. The theory of. You hit me with the knowledge and the question of, are we going to just do episode 3? Or are we going to dig a little deeper? Are we going to go into episode part 2
B, 2B,
or not 2B?
all because of 2A.
All because of two-way. Okay, so here's the thing about that. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull it up and then we're gonna have a conversation. So yeah, just like Colorado, guys. For those of you that don't know, we are watching the Cowboys of Mesa. You know what I'm saying? So we've been having this watch party. We're dealing with the big issues of currently season 1, episode 2, because there's 2 season 1 episodes too. We watched the canceled one last week. If you guys haven't seen it, go to the channel and watch it. And very, very interesting. Now, what happened was that episode just disappeared. They were like, nope, that's not season 1, ep 2. You know what I mean? They didn't do that. And then they put a different one, okay? A completely different one. So that was a snake in cow's clothing. And the one that they have out now for season 1, episode 2. And if you go to AI, because I've done this, dadgummit, come on. If you go to AI, because I've done this, let's see here, hold on. It's right here, as you can clearly see. It's called Stolen on the River.
Yep.
Stolen on the River.
To be.
You know, Vern, I left a good job in the city.
And then what'd you do?
What was the thing is I was working for the man every night and day. But you know what I never saw?
Yes.
The good side of the city.
Ooh, never.
You know what I had to do to get there?
What's that?
Take a ride on a riverboat queen.
Ooh. That's a good idea. Go take a ride on a riverboat queen. Ooh.
And you know what I discovered about wheels?
They go round and round? I don't know.
They're big and they keep on turning. And there was a woman, and she gave herself her props for what she had been through. You know what they called her?
I don't know. The burning lady?
No.
Burning?
Proud Mary.
Keep on. Burning.
No. Oh, burning. I thought it was turning. My bad.
I know it probably is turning, but I like burning better. So
yeah, I like Vernon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Proud Mary, go find Vernon.
I never did one song with the lyrics right in my life. I never did one song with the lyrics correct in my life when I was doing.
No, you could be right. I don't know.
I don't know. Now you got another question. Here we go off on another tangent.
No, man, we're doing our thing. I know our time is short. We're just gonna
it's not short. It was short one day. Your time might be short. But my time was only short on the first episode.
All right.
That was the only one that my time was ever short.
Proud Mary left a good job in the city. No, Proud Mary, keep on burning. You're right. Big wheel, keep on turning. Proud Mary, keep on burning. Cleaned a lot of planes in Memphis. Pumped a lot of tane down in New Orleans.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Creedence Clearwater was just terrible. Not as bad as the Guess Who, but not great. Just leave it there.
But didn't they? Didn't CCR? They did bring us. I remember.
Shut up, you pews.
I know. Oh, rain comes down like water. That song. I want to know. Have you ever seen the rain?
Yeah.
CCR. They gave us. Have you ever seen the rain? Right.
Yeah, can live without it.
No, you
I feel like Led Zeppelin, Metallica, the Beatles, the actual Who, not the Guess Who. What gayness. Anyway, and I don't mean in the happy good way. You know, Sly and the Family Stone, Bill
John Lennon, not
Withers.
the Beatles.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we can live without that crappy Canadian Caucasian band trying to sound soulful. We can live without it. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen the rain?
No, because you said Beatles. You said Beatles, and that just.
Oh yeah, they never made any good music. You're right. Nobody liked them. They never made any.
John Lennon.
Yeah. Because if John. Oh my God, are you going to tell me the Creedence Clearwater Revival was better than the than John fucking Lennon and Paul McCartney? Are you really going to
Not
tell me
better than John
that
Lennon.
Creedence
Not better than
Clearwater Revival was better than any one of the Beatles? You're telling me that that whole band with everything
McCartney's
they
the
had,
devil.
any one of the Beatles, George Harrison could shit
Rock.
a better record
He's
out of his ass while high on heroin than they could do in their whole life ever.
George Harrison, rad. John Lennon, rad. Paul McCartney, bad.
Yeah, you're right. Paul
Bad.
McCartney
Like
sucks.
fire,
You're right.
like
No.
fire bad.
You're the brilliant
Like
musician,
fire
and
bad.
Paul McCartney's the fucker who needs to learn from you. You're
That's
absolutely
right.
correct. Right.
Have him come sit in the living room with
And
me.
and Elon Musk needs to learn how to make electric cars
Get
from
him on
me.
the show.
The
Get him
fuck
on the
outta here.
show.
Oh, my God.
Get him on the show.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Stop. Just enjoy your little hole that you're in and your opportunities, okay? And figure this out. Paul McCartney, better than most musicians you know. If for no other reason, first, I've seen him live, so I know he really plays and sings his stuff. Which
Yeah,
you know
he
what I'm
does.
saying. I'm very personal on the beat. Of all the things, man, you hit me.
Right in the nuts.
So, well, no. It's one of those. It's like when somebody comes to me with politics that I know knows far less than me about it, and they think they're an authority. And it's like, well, I have an opinion because I've seen some information. I'm like, I understand. And it's one of those, you have that ignorant opinion that will not allow. You have that ignorant opinion that will not allow other points of view in because you know intrinsically how weak and silly your point of view is. So instead of admitting that you're possibly wrong and you have to listen to other people to form a clear opinion, you're just going to say bad, shut out, done. And that's fair. I'm used to it. I deal with people. It's what I do.
He's the devil, though.
But yeah, totally.
I mean,
Which one? Elon Musk or Paul McCartney?
they're the twins.
Yeah, they're the devil twins.
They're twins.
Yeah.
The devil twins. Can't you see the
Now the thing that Paul McCartney was dead and he's come back to life, or they replaced him? Plausible. Very plausible, I think. Just because there's enough there, but it doesn't make him evil. And whoever Paul McCartney is, the dude does great music, makes great music. Better than John. Way better than John.
No.
John was a terrible musician. He was a great writer. John was a very
Paul McCartney was the best musician on the stage of the Beatles.
John was a lot like Bob Dylan, and that's why they were such good buds.
He's like
because they were a liberal communist controlled thing that got infiltrated
by Yoko.
By the party. But I think Yoko was his way of getting back. It's like, all right, well, at least I get a woman out of this deal. So, but
we can lock ourselves in a room in a hotel and just stay in bed for a month.
And then it's like, well, why didn't she get it? Why didn't he get a fighter woman? It's like, well, I mean, he's British. What are you going to do? Have you seen what they eat? They eat haggis. They have poor taste. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Look at where they live. They could live anywhere in the world and they chose a rainy isle and to eat haggis. Okay. What are you doing? You know?
Yeah. He went off the deep end there.
After, but I'm saying he was a very talented writer. Although, Paul, if you're going to sit down and play, I think George was amazing. I've read all of their autobiographies and I've seen him. I never got to see George live. I was close, but anyway, regardless of that, man, we got like 60 seconds before we got to get into Moon Mesa.
Okay.
How dare you say? How dare you cape up for Creedence? You understand people are going to not respect you when you do things like go. Great Beatles, bad.
I stuck up for a song. Song.
Yeah, but you can't. Okay, and maybe you could do that in its own world, but when you do that in reference to any of the Beatles and any of their work, you can't do that. You can't do that. Okay.
With lyrics, you can.
That's like saying, hey, dude, that's the same thing as saying, looking at the Communist Manifesto, looking at Hitler, the Nazis had some good ideas. You're not paying attention to the body of work and the outcome and the results of the work. You're saying, when I look at the guy, the idea that we should take care of our old and young that can't take care of themselves, that's a good idea. Right on its face, yes. But given the context of Nazism, not so much. And you're the same thing with Creedence here, man. I need you to think on that. I'll be right back.
It's just, hey, I was defending a song. A song. Have you ever seen The Rain? And the melody and the frequency that song carries. You know? And yes, Paul McCartney was the best musician on the stage of the Beatles. Absolutely. Any instrument, toss it to him, boom, he just rocked it. I think though that they were the first in sync. They were the first Backstreet Boys. They weren't rock and roll. I don't associate, like, if I think rock and roll, I don't think, oh, Beatles. You know? I mean, you can do that with pop. You know, see, because here in Brasky, we call it soda. Soda. So when I say pop, I mean like pop music, you know, not like pop or drinking a pop. But yes, he was the best musician on that stage and would be the best musician on a lot of stages.
Man, I'm trying to listen to you, but I'm so caught up in trying to research and figure out where the amazing inspiration from songs like Susie Q came from.
It came from a girl in a tunnel.
Love you, Susie Q.
I met her.
Now. It's like, oh, so Stop the Rain and Susie Q are the same song. Okay. Anyway.
No, not in chord progression.
But okay, and you know what? I'll give you the Creedence wasn't the worst band from Canada. That title solely belongs to the Guess Who. The Guess Who? And people actually bought that shows you that the music industry is controlled.
Yeah, the Guess Who.
And their songs weren't even good. American Woman.
See, and that you're right. But I tell you what, though, you come to
Did
this
you know there was a
part of
band
the
called
country-
The Who? Sorry, go ahead.
But if you come to this part of the country, that's the music they want. If you go to a bar, if you in this, you know, Weedville, Hickville, whatever you want to call it, Cornville, Cowville, that's I mean, it's still stuck there.
Right.
That's what they want to hear. That Mustang Sally.
Yeah, but Mustang Sally's okay. That's a
But that's right in that same groove line as
Wilson
far as
Pickett, damn man. That's Wilson Pickett, you know, is awesome and American and, you know, an amazing R&B blues soul singer dude, or was, right?
yeah.
Same thing. You want to hear some Stevie Wonder, you want to hear some Southern rock. Hey, Southern rock all day. Allman Brothers Band, one of my favorite bands.
Allman, there you go. Now you struck a chord. Now
Skinner,
you're
believe it or not, 38 Special. Those are the kind of bands that maybe not great for radio, and you can go, yeah, but when you watch them live, these dudes are playing. I mean, you know, you got 6 dudes on stage, all playing guitars, and they're playing in new keys, and their jam is like, whether you love the music or not, to appreciate that many dudes together rocking out that well is a beautiful thing to see. No, it's not for radio, but man, it's cool to watch.
Concerts are awesome, man. You know, being so close to Red Rocks in Denver, from going downtown to the Oriental to watch a band called the Band of Heathens. Really
I remember Band of Heathens. Yeah.
Oh, I love them. Love the Band of Heathens. They're the musicians, though, like you said. They're the group of guys that get on stage, and then what comes out of the group is really rad, you know. So, yeah,
I'm listening, brother.
No, I went to their concert, got an autographed poster from them. That was cool.
Nice.
But one of my favorite shows was Tool at Red Rocks.
Yeah, I might have been at the same show. I think we talked about that. We both saw Tool at Red
show
Rocks.
was beautiful.
Was that the one that did King Crimson open for him?
I think so.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the one that King Crimson opened.
Yes.
Because you know, I love King Crimson. I've seen them live many times. So,
Yep.
in fact, I have Adrian Ballou picks back there, if you know who Ballou is. And then again, you know,
we were busy. We were busy up until Tool time.
Yeah. Well, I love King Crimson, who kind of was the inspiration behind Tool, which is why Maynard basically dug them out of obscurity and had them reunite to tour with him. So, you know, if you dig Tool and what they're into, you know, there's the people who like what is served to them, and there's the people who want to be in the kitchen and see how it's made. I'm a kitchen guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah.
All right. Speaking of being in the kitchen, we are cooking up episode 3. Episode 2. We're on episode 3, watching episode 2
to be
or not to be the Cowboys of Moon Mesa season 1. As we covered, we're going to drop this, then we're going to get right into it. We watched the original Ep 2, a snake in cow's clothing last week. Check it out. Uncovered a conspiracy we'll be getting deeper into, and now it's stolen on the river. I'm having so much fun. This is great. I do need nicotine. I can tell I'm a little nicky because I've not had a nicotine fix this morning or at all today. Yeah, so.
Rolling down the river.
Now, you can't help tracking a bit of dust when you come back from the no-rain plains.
Yep.
Sorry. Stolen on a river, lady.
Now, you can't help tracking a bit of dust when you come back from the no-rain plains.
Yep.
What was that?
Do you have to do that in front of me?
Well, nope.
Hey, you have a burr under your saddle blanket, Colorado. You seem a bit peeved.
Wait,
I just think it's about
Hold on,
time
hold
you
on.
gave me one of those
Under your saddle blanket, Colorado.
Yep.
What? Oh, he was. Oh, okay. He was polishing his shield. You know what I'm saying?
Look at, but hold on, you got it on freeze right now, right? Look at the
Yes.
freeze. What's up, Colorado? Come on.
Colorado is not happy.
He ain't having shizzle today.
No,
He's kind of carrying the same attitude you are.
bro, look.
You know what I'm saying? You know
so
what I'm
let
saying?
me give a little.
He's just. I think he just got told that the Beatles suck. That's the look that the Colorado has on his face.
And you know what? I just realized I'm like, wow, man, what a trigger. You just said 2 words and it put me into an emotional state, which means whose problem is that? And we live in a world now where would demand you watch what you say because of my emotional state.
I'm sorry.
We don't do that here. We live in a world that's like, oh, you just got made a bitch because somebody can say 2 words and it put you in a spin. How do you like being that controlled and small-minded? I don't.
You're so sensitive.
Yeah, getting mad at you won't fix that problem. You know what I'm saying? Shit. My bad. My bad.
I love it.
See, because you know me, I pride myself on these types of, you know what I mean? I'm going, okay, are these trigger words? Am I expecting somebody else to change so I can be, but you know me, I love trying to do that. And I love catching myself even in real time. Like, you know what I just did there? I let somebody say words. I allowed those words to connect to an idea in my brain I did not like. I allowed my emotions to attach to that idea I did not like. And then I behaved with all of that. Instead of allowing this person to have their opinion and deciding whether I should say something, if I had anything to add constructive, which I did not. Anyway, you understand. Let's get into the show, man.
Sorry.
My bad.
Roll it.
That is called a poor white trash man's attempt at self-awareness. Real honest attempt at being a self-aware, causing less harm to others person. And thank you, Card Man, for allowing me an opportunity to show in real time what that is.
That was awesome.
All right, moving on.
Roll it.
Do you have to do that in front of me?
Well, nope.
Hey, you have a burr under your saddle blanket, Colorado. You seem a bit peeved.
Well, I just think it's about time you gave me one of those darn deputy badges, Moo. I'm a loyal and trusted cowboy, ain't I?
Colorado, you need experience under your belt before you can become a deputy.
Now, see, this is BS. Can I tell you why? Didn't Colorado basically risk his life and jump off of like a huge gorge bridge for this team?
Yes.
Has he ever not been there for them?
I already thought he did have a badge. I'm flabbergasted.
Man, they're crapping on
flabbergasted.
Colorado. I'm upset.
I already thought he
All
had
right.
one.
Go ahead. Go.
No, I thought he had one. I already thought he had a badge. This is
Yes,
nonsense.
me too. And I think he deserves one. That's why he's hurt. That's why he's in a bad. He's like, you have to be shot in your back. And they're like, listen, Colorado, this is one of those stupid systematic things where we've got to prove and humiliate ritual you so we know that you're in. Now
I'm
take these ditty pills and put this baby oil on.
I'm verklempt.
And Colorado says, no, I'll do none of the thing.
Oh, he's gonna throw some food their way.
Help! Anybody, help! Over here!
I'll show you how much experience the Colorado kid's got under his belt.
Oh,
Bullseye. Holy smokes!
Well, Dakota, I guess we better help out Mr. Experience under his belt. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I don't like where this is going already. Wow. Okay, so this is okay. So just a couple minutes in, the last one had some very adult themes right off the bat, didn't they?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, you had Jacques Le Beef,
In
who
the
was man,
beef market. Cannibalism.
grifter, cannibal, hitting on the ladies, fighting with the dudes.
Wearing
You
a
had that
mask.
whole thing. Yeah. That whole
Disguises.
cock of the walk. Disguises,
Mm-hmm.
conspiracies, banks.
And there was kids involved too. Last week on that series.
That's true. And we did discover last week there was a lot of women. We should also be looking for
Yes.
women.
Yep.
But here's the thing about it. Isn't this one cheesy? That other one was like,
Mean. It's
Yeah.
like opposite, like they're trying to throw him off the bus now.
yeah.
Last week he showed a lot of heroism in that episode too. All of a sudden, right off the bat, they're like, "Nope, you don't have a badge. Nope, you're not part of this." And then he actually does succeed at what they were trying to do and put himself right in the line of danger.
Yeah.
Right in the line.
I didn't see these two guys jumping in to help the. I'm
No.
still not sure what animals are on the wheels there. Muskrats, I'm not sure. We're going to
It's-
find out.
I think they're the killer bees from Mexico. They're
Ooh.
heading up north.
Yeah. Well, then he should have just shot them. I mean, because they're killer, but not because they're. All right, we're gonna keep rolling.
You're verklempt.
Killer bees are bad because what with killer and all. Anyway, all right,
Yeah, they put you to sleep.
all right. Let's watch our man insult somebody for trying.
Dakota, I guess we better help out Mr. Experience under his belt. Yeah. Yeah!
Thank you, Marshal. Lovey and I were almost armadillos on the half show.
Okay.
So that was a
Thank you.
trap. We were stuck in a trap in the tree.
Yeah, that was yes. They were tied to a wheel, a wagon wheel.
So this was a search and rescue. Okay.
It looks like and they were screaming for. I think yes.
Okay.
Or the cowboys of Moon Mesa were just out on the mesa mooing it up,
Yeah.
and they hear screams for help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Then
think
they
that-
just go to action.
Yes, exactly. Congratulations.
Yes.
All right, and these
Armadillos. We got armadillos now.
the fancy armadillos. It looks like again with the fancy, and once again. All right, now let's
That's
no,
George
boom.
Washington hair.
Say what?
That's George Washington hair.
It is
Yep.
a wig, if you will, from the Whig Party. Yes.
Ooh, yes. See there?
All right, tied to the wagon wheel, and they were spinning. All right, yeah.
Thank you, Marshal. Lovey and I were almost armadillos on the half show.
Oh, it was just awful. Snookums and I were just riding across the prairie.
Celebrating a recent gambling victory, I might add.
Yes,
A recent gambling victory, I might add.
Okay, so they had a lot of money. At least
Mhm.
had. At least we know they had it.
Armadillos, though, but it's
They're not very tough.
I don't think that's why they're so armored, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
they don't have much other defense other than that armor, right?
Still doesn't
So-
help across the tire.
But why
Plus-
would a cow help an armadillo? It makes no sense.
No. No,
It
it,
makes-
it really doesn't.
You don't have to take my word for it.
Hey, you know, You're just right. That's all I can say right now is you are just right. There you go. Fresh Mike. He's just right, guys. He knows.
Hey,
it.
look, but if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be
wanna
right.
right. Uh-uh.
All right, let's
Big
get back
party,
to the
let's go.
armadillo story. I'm already not liking this one as much as the last one. Hang in there, guys. It's gonna get better. It will get better. It's gotta get
The
better.
thing about these shows, everybody, is you have to find the storyline. They're not going to give it to you. No, that's your job. It's like a an interactive show. You have to storyline,
and they can be hit or miss. They absolutely can be, like everything you love.
Yes.
Some episodes are great, some are not. However, remember, as far as we know, this is a replacement episode. Bam, right in the face with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Love the introduction of the armadillo.
Yo, okay. Not hating the armadillos, trying to figure it out. Once again, if this was a short order replacement episode that they had to come together and draw and write real fast, I'm looking for signs of a rushed ep. All right, let's go.
Awful. Snookums and I were just riding across the prairie.
Celebrating a recent gambling victory, I might add.
Yes, darling, where we were set upon by a vicious, nasty, and rather foul-smelling scoundrel.
Gambling? Scoundrel?
Foul-smelling? Know who you mean, Moo.
Who? They took everything we owned, including Baby Cake's favorite diamond ring.
Oh, no.
Yes, and it was cast in the shape of my dear departed Mumsy.
My mumsy-in-law.
And they took it right off of my little fingers. Didn't they, sweetums?
Well, there, we'll find it, Snookums. Won't we, Marshal?
We'll give it the old cowledge try.
Hey, Dakota, put me down.
Shout out to our boy
Ace of
Jackson.
spades. The calling card of the vicious, foul-smelling scoundrel 5-card cud.
5-card card?
He loves nothing better than cheating folks out of their money, unless, of course, it's robbing them of everything they own. We've been trying to catch up with him for years.
Well, that sounds just like the scoundrel that robbed us.
Oh, sweetums, do let's go home. I can't go on without Mummy's ring.
Here, Marshal, perhaps you can use these. They're ticket.
All right.
That poor lady.
That poor lady. I'm not believing him. I think this is a scam. I'm going to go back and show you something. The card. You know what I'm saying?
Just
Hold on.
foul-smelling scoundrel 5-card cud.
5?
5-card.
What? Boom. Blows my mind. Cud.
Were we just talking about cud?
Wednesday. Cuds.
I swear.
Cancers.
Yes, we just were talking about cud.
Cuds.
We just had a
I
full
brought it up
conversation.
on Wednesday.
Oh, if it wasn't a 3-hour and 40-minute show, I could pull the clip up.
Yeah.
But it's there.
It's in there. You gotta watch the whole show to see it, but it's a good part of the show.
We had a whole cud thing. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole cud thing. All right.
Wow.
All right, let's get back there. All right.
We'll find it, Snookums. Won't we, Marshal?
We'll give it the old cowledge try.
Cowledge. Poor Colorado, man. He's getting no love. He's getting no respect.
And they downsized him.
Yeah, because look,
Look at
he's
this-
supposedly the
this
same
step.
size as the other fool. Yeah, man. We gotta. Yeah. Let's. Okay, yes, because
that.
normally he's like, yes.
Hey, Dakota, put me down.
Good Lord, that's a downside.
Ace of spades. The call.
Can't believe it.
That's crazy.
The Ace of Spades. All right.
Calling card of the vicious, foul-smelling scoundrel 5-card cud.
5?
Good, ladies and gentlemen.
5-card card?
He loves nothing.
That's gonna be our Pee Wee Herman secret word of the day. Whenever we hear the word cud, we're gonna be like, ah!
There we go.
All right. All right. So now
Ace.
we have a secret word of the day. Let's go.
Better than cheating folks out of their money, unless, of course, it's robbing them of everything they own. We've been trying to catch up with him for years.
That sounds just like the scoundrel that robbed us.
Oh, Sweetums, Sweetums, do let's go home. I can't go on without Mommy's ring.
Here, Marshal, perhaps you can use these.
That was weird. That was weird. Let's go back. What is that cut?
I know.
That is clearly a mistaken cut right there. You know,
No, they're trying to show us UFOs. Look, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 UFOs or UAPs.
I'm not sure if that's like
UAPs.
Yes, possibly. Okay.
They're zooming
You
in.
gotta watch it. I'm telling you, man, this was a thrown together episode. You know what I'm saying? This was a thrown together episode.
They own. We've been trying to catch up with him for years.
That sounds just like the scoundrel that robbed us.
Oh, Sweetums, Sweetums, do let's go home. I can't go on without Mommy's ring.
So weird.
Yep. Why would you?
Can't get on with that Mommy's ring. What?
And then they cut his head completely out of the scene. It's just an ear, an eye, and a nose, and a stash.
I'm telling you, man.
Here, Marshal, perhaps you can use these. They're tickets for the luxury riverboat Dixie Trixie. Consider them a humble thanks for saving me and Honey Pie.
Well, much obliged. A law cow never takes a vacation, but I got an idea who can use them, and we'll keep our eyes peeled for that diamond ring.
Okay, so did he just take a bribe? Did we just witness one of the Cowboys of Moo Mesa taking a bribe?
No,
Taking
because he's giving it away.
Huh?
It's just he's the middleman. He's giving it away, so he's not really keeping it for himself. So I don't know. Is that a bribe?
I feel like there should be some paperwork involved.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna actually start a real detective or a real investigation, there's got to be paperwork. You know.
So we go from last week deciding that central banking is a better place to keep your money than personally with you. Deciding that you and your community coming together to all hold your money and to use it for things you need is a bad idea, savings and loan. But central banking is much safer and better for you. And then we move on to this week's episode. And what is it? Communism. Charity raffle drawings. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I don't think charity raffle drawings.
But we might be leading that way in this episode.
We'll see. Man, this episode is on. Okay, so first of all, we have no resolution on the fact that they're crapping all over my man Colorado. Okay?
What's that? Yeah.
Crapping all over him. Secondly, we have these weird rich things. Why weren't the tickets stolen? So the guy got the diamond ring and everything else and left him high and dry up there, yet somehow they still had tickets, and yet somehow the bad guy put an ace of spades playing card in my man Colorado's pocket, yet there's no respect, no badge. What's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
It's higher up than the Marshal.
You think it is?
Yeah.
All right.
It's got to be coming down from a higher place, I think.
I'm calling it the central banking, but we'll see. All right, let's go.
And so Buck, holding the rudder, with his front paws and his corncob pipe, guided the raft through the rapids and onto the calm shore. Gosh, would I like to live like Buck Finn.
Thanks to you, Marshall, we're gonna make a pile of money for the town's education fund.
Oh,
Wait, is
don't
this
thank
child
me, Miss
labor?
Early.
All right.
Think that
Hold on. Third! What are we doing? By the way, shout out my man Iron Bull in the building. He said, Mike, I'm gonna take you to my therapist. Fair. I appreciate that. So
Hey,
are we watching a child have to sweep floors of a saloon?
Oh, yeah.
While read and get their education? Is that what we're
And he's a little boy. He's got his little horns. We don't know if he's going to be a
got an
steer.
idea who can use them.
Oh, this is way too far back. Sorry. Yeah, he's a little boy. What else, Vern? Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh no, he's just a little boy because you can see his horns, and they're just not sure if he's going to be a steer or a bull yet.
Super fan in the building, by the way.
Whoa, there's Don.
He's over on our Instagram chats.
What up, Don?
Power slap super fan in the building. Just had his daughter's graduation. Shout out to super fan offspring, super fan junior. Told him that was good, Dad. And anytime you take care of a child all the way through graduation, you've done a good job. They're not in jail. You know, they have, you know, they're alive, functional. Good for you. That's hard to do nowadays. Parenting is not an easy gig. I would assume.
No, not in this day and age. It's not for sure.
I don't know for sure, and I'm not interested. So,
Well, me and Don know.
Amy just called it. Oh my gosh!
What did she do?
The armadillos.
Uh-huh.
They are the millionaires from Gilligan's Island.
Ooh.
Hello, Buffy. Yes, it's them. Love it. Love that thought.
Island.
All right, let's get back into this now with child labor. We're 3 minutes into this show. 3 minutes into this show, and 40 minutes into our show. We're gonna have to tighten up. Okay, let's go.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Tighten it up. We're getting skinny.
It's a bit 40 minutes for 3 minutes. That's a bit lopsided. Let's go. Child labor in 3, 2, 1.
And we'll keep our eyes peeled for that diamond ring.
And so Buck, holding the rudder, with his front paws and his corncob pipe, guided the raft through the rapids and onto the calm shore. Gosh, would I like to live like Buck Finn.
Thanks to you, Marshall, we're gonna make a pile of money for the town's education fund.
And what is she always doing? I hate Lily. You know what I'm saying?
She's always mixed up in it.
Money, money, money. I'm gonna have my illegitimate cow child mopping the floors of my whorehouse while I'm figuring out how to get more money from you. Ugh.
Whose blood is he mopping up?
You know or other bodily fluids, but let's not get into that.
Utterly.
That's utterly disgusting. I'm sorry, Rory. Yeah, all right.
We're never gonna make it through this episode.
Our eyes peeled for that diamond ring.
Child labor in Hosoid in
So Buck, holding the rudder,
2,
with his front paws and his corncob pipe, guided the raft through the rapids and onto the calm shore.
I feel so bad for this
Gosh,
kid.
would I like to live like Buck Finn.
Thanks to you, Marshall, we're gonna make a pile of money for the town's education fund.
Oh, don't thank me, Miss Lily. Thank that nice armadillo couple. Without their tickets, there'd be no raffle. Well, howdy, Calf Pint.
Howdy, Marshall.
Cody, honey. Now, when you're done with the mopping, could you please polish the brass, put the chairs around the tables, and dust those lights? We just need to get everything ready, for the raffle. And I'm gonna need some candles from the general store.
But Miss Lily.
No buts, Cody.
Wait. So he doesn't call her mom. He calls her Miss Lily. Is this even his mother?
No. Nope. She bought him.
What?
She bought him.
What's child labor laws? What's going? And then she's working him way too hard. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
He's a kid trying to read a book, and she's like, "Dude." And then,
She's bought him at the stockyard auction. She bought him at the stockyard auction.
And she's probably chilling with his real dad. And it's probably her kid. She just ain't claiming him so she can treat him like an employee and not a son.
How many jobs did she just give him? Like he's the caretaker of the town. The town's janitor is this little kid. And he has a badge and Calander doesn't.
Let's just see this.
There's so much.
Let's watch child abuse via Saturday morning cartoon in action.
Mind you,
honey. Now, when you're done.
Say what?
They're just telling them to get to work. Saturday morning kids.
And not like
your jobs.
And not like, hey, do a couple chores around the house here. No.
Spend your day working, son.
Yes.
With the mopping, could you please polish the brass, put the chairs around the tables, and dust those lights? We just need to get everything ready, for the raffle. And I'm gonna need some candles from the general store.
But Miss Lily.
No buts, Cody.
Shut up.
Yeah, no buts.
Take this bucket and keep
do this, do that. I never get to have any fun. Buck Finn never had to do chores like this. Maybe it's time I tried the river life.
Bam.
Tom Sawyer. They're pulling this from Tom Sawyer.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's reading the Buck.
and here,
How am I supposed to prove?
Huh?
The band I was in for so many years, it opened for so many different people on stages. Brock Finn.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm connecting.
Nice.
Universe
All kinds
really
of ways.
connecting me here.
All kinds of ways. I love it. And you know,
That's
who can
awesome.
blame the kid? This is what happens.
That's the dream right there. He's
When
right.
you treat a kid like a slave employee, all they can think about is the alternative to that.
And
even if it's
fishing.
not going to be long-term good for them.
The alternative
By
to
the
that is fishing.
It's, you know, this is what you think it looks like. Cut to 4 weeks later when he's out on the street corner turning tricks for a stale sandwich. You know,
By the dumpster.
in the culvert.
Been there.
He's doing bad things in a culvert so he can get a stale sandwich to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Poor kid.
River life.
How am I supposed to prove to Moo that I'm an experienced law cow when he never lets me get in?
This does come over to whar from the riverboat Dixie Trixie. Help! Stop. 5-card cud has been spotted getting on board at Nelson's Eddy. Stop. Word he's going to take over the... Stop.
Stop.
That's all it's saying.
Sounds like they're in trouble.
Would you get this here telegram to Marshall Montana?
Sure thing.
Jack.
We already know what's about to happen.
Yes.
What's about to happen? What do you think's about to happen?
Well, he's about to get set up. I think Calendar's going to get set up. Or Colorado. And I think
Colorado.
Yeah, he's getting set up right now.
And he makes a good point. Why isn't he in school? Agreed. Why isn't that young? Because this is the Wild West and he is an indentured servant. That's why he's not in school. As my my esteemed colleague Cardman said, he was purchased.
Yeah.
He was purchased.
There's higher cow privilege.
There is.
Cow privilege. And he didn't get it. He was the wrong kind of cow.
Exactly.
Why do we need Moo for this job? I can catch 5-card with my hooves tied behind my flanks. Come on, Jezebel. We're going to show Moo just how experienced we are. Yeehaw!
His horse's name is Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Yeah. We got to see that. See, once again, everything is weirdly interesting here.
I love it.
It's not all. This episode is not all adding up yet. And there's a lot going on, but none of it is linear.
Mystery.
We're 4 minutes and 41 seconds in, man. We're going to have to.
Board at Nelson's Eddy. Stop. Word he's going to take over the... Stop.
Stop.
That's all it's saying.
Sounds like they're in trouble.
Would you get this here telegram to Marshall Montana?
Sure thing. Wait a minute. Why do we need Moo for this job? I can catch 5-card with my hooves tied behind my flanks. Come on, Jezebel. We're going to show Moo just how experienced we are. Yeehaw!
Jezebel.
Sending that telegram and trying to warn the law. I'm going to gamble with your life. Odd, you're overboard. Even, down the smokestack. Any bets?
Even.
Odd. Odd.
Bon voyage.
5-card. What does he have around him? 5? Oh, yeah.
Looks like there are plenty of folks to rob on this voyage. Hey, Captain.
Ooh.
Just so I get my usual 10%. 5-card.
What? You think I cheat you? Hey, what's this?
Ooh.
Small change.
Yes, 5-card, sir.
Go check the passenger list. Some joker's getting on board, and I don't like his looks.
Yes, sir, 5-card, sir. On the double.
There's no telling who got that telegram.
Okay, can we just pause for a second and say that 5-card is quite possibly the scariest villain we've seen in Moo Mesa yet?
And stinkiest.
And clearly the stinkiest.
We haven't
He's
seen
not
flies
using his
like
tail
this before.
Correct. This is the first time.
Yeah.
And he's got some henchmen, and we know that the boat captain is on the take. Now, our guy, our friend, Colorado is going in there to put the smackdown on him. Let's see. But he's pretty scary. I gotta say, it's a scary bad guy.
He's big.
Excuse me, but could I see your ticket?
I beg your pardon. If you knew who I was, you'd know I don't need a ticket.
Well, who are you?
I'm the famous Johnny Slim, and this is my lucky.
I'm rolling into Power Slap. If you knew who I was, you would know I don't need no ticket.
Yeah. Because I am Johnny Slim.
Act like I won't and see what happens. All right, let's keep going. Sorry. All right. Come on, Colorado. We're rooting for you, brother. We are rooting for you.
Like a horse.
Johnny Slim. Never heard of you.
I'm only the luckiest and richest gambler this side of Sheasel Butte.
Well, in that case, welcome aboard.
Lots of filler scenes. Thrown together episodes because they didn't like the other one.
We fooled. Just fill the wallet with lettuce and they think we're millionaires. And Moo thought we weren't experienced. When we catch 5 card with his hooves on that armadillo diamond, we'll be deputies before you can say biscuits and beans. Okay, Jezebel, let's flip for the top bunk. Hey!
Jezebel.
Yeah, Buck Finn was right. No chores, no telling me what to do, just floating and fishing. I don't think I'll ever go back to the tumbleweed. Hey, feels like a big one. Uh-oh. Hey, wait, slow down.
Oh, he got beaver.
Yep, he got beaver.
Help!
Congratulations, young man. Oh no, what's gonna happen to him?
Help!
Isn't this normally what happens? You get all happy, you catch a little beaver, you get all excited, then the thing starts whipping you all around, and before you know it, you're stuck in the rapids screaming for help. Have you ever been there, Vern?
Yes, right after the tunnel trip.
Okay, we got to have a conversation about quality, but we will later. So, but you know what I mean? All right.
Rolling down a river.
All right. We're worried about my man.
I know, Lil Bull.
Help! Help! Help!
Come on, man. Oh, good, the riverboat.
5 card, sir. Meet Johnny Slim.
Awfully young to be a gambler, ain't you?
Well, try me and see.
What is it? Whoa!
Help!
Oh!
Oh,
10-1, you can't hook that calf on the first try.
You're on. I mean, you're on. And if I win, I'll see you at the poker table. Yeah.
Yay! He's taking.
Colorado, what are you doing here?
Colorado?
He must have gotten me mistaken for someone else. I've got one of those faces.
The only face I want to see is your poker face. You meet me in the gaming lounge in an hour. We'll play a little dealer's choice.
You got it.
Colorado, what's going on?
Shh, call me Johnny Slim. I'm trying to catch that low-down gambler 5-card cud. You almost blew my cover.
5-card cud? Golly.
Yeah, see, that's my story. What are you doing half drowned in the river?
I was just trying to be like Buck Fit.
I heard there was a stowaway on board. You gotta work off your passage, lad.
But
Let me explain, Cap. No ticket, no free ride.
Roy.
That's how it was.
More quality accents from the Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Stowaways have to work. No matter where he ends up, that poor kid's having to work.
You know what? He's getting no love. The Wild West was brutal for young boys, especially young cows. It's just like, you're just a slave here, son. No matter where you're at. If it's a structure that needs maintenance and work, you're doing it regardless of how you feel.
Yep. And he should have just grabbed the paddle and got raised up. The way the paddle was going and at the speed, he should have just grabbed a hold of that and let it lift him up. He didn't need no lasso. It's all good, though. He's a good lassoer.
That's fair. We needed something to blow Colorado's cover. You know what I mean?
That was horrible. Yeah, the kid didn't know. I mean, but still.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't know. But still. All right, here's the raffle. All right.
Here, Saddle Sore, stuff these in that lottery cage. I want to win that riverboat cruise.
But that's cheating.
Yeah.
Howdy, Miss Lily. How's the lottery going?
Just great, Moo. Say, you seen Cody anywhere? I sent him at the general store, and I haven't seen him since.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Buck Finn. I'll bet Cody's taking a river ride. I remember doing the same thing when I was a...
Uh-oh. These boys are reading books, and it's giving them ideas of not just cleaning my whorehouse. Like, what?
Painting that fence. Painting that fence white.
You better stop reading that book. It'll make you think. What?
Mm-hmm.
We don't cat into thinkers round these parts.
And then you've got it paused right there, and look at the sinister look in their eyes.
I know. We gonna get us a boy. There's a boy thinking he can be free. We gonna get him, put him back into servitude. It's like, what? What are you doing?
And I'm wondering where that cowboy hat came from.
Exactly.
Because he didn't leave it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A lot going on. I do appreciate they're tying it all together, though, a little bit. Tying it all together just a little bit.
There's more of a storyline, really. More solid storyline in this episode than there was in 2A.
See, I disagree, though. I think this is more convoluted, and they're just kind of, you know what I mean? They're pulling
it up.
They're grabbing branches and tying them all together to give you.
Well, that's why they did that. That's why they did the whole Huck Finn thing and Tom Sawyer, because that was an easy thing to put together fast. Copy that story, bits and pieces from that story, and throw it in. That's what I'm seeing.
I hear you. I hear you.
Kind
of. As of now, we're only halfway through, but as of now, I'm preferring the last week's Ep 2A, or yes, season 1, Ep 2A to this one. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Calf. Yep.
Now, could be.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Buck Finn. I'll bet Cody's taking a river ride. I remember doing the same thing when I was a calf. Yep.
Now, could be I was a little strict with him about cleaning the saloon.
Now, don't worry, Miss Lily. Like the code says, being lost is just a matter of perspective.
Code.
Well, the code.
The code. Oh, hold on. He's got another code hitter. Let's see.
Then I'll check it out.
Oh, no. That is.
I was a little strict with him about cleaning the saloon.
I like the fact that they're coming around to the fact that maybe they're evil. Maybe they're indentured servitude, slavery, child, soul killing evil. I like the fact that they might be coming around to some of that. Let's go. Sorry.
No, that's awesome.
Remember doing the same thing when I was a calf. Yep.
Now, could be I was a little strict with him about cleaning the saloon.
Now, don't worry, Miss Lily. Like the code says, being lost is just a matter of perspective.
Being lost is just a matter of perspective. Sorry.
I disagree with that code because I've been lost before and I was really lost. It wasn't in perspective. I had to find my way. It wasn't just in my imagination. So that's not a good rule.
I'm not thinking this code worked out so well.
Not this week.
Or, If the code was something to really live by, wouldn't we have more cowboys or at least more moo mesas?
Yes, we would. That's a fact, Jack.
Well, Dakota and I'll check it out.
Dakota.
Yeah, correct. Whoa.
Am I too late? Am I too late for the drawing?
Not at all. Miss Lily's just fixing to go picking.
I'm surprised to see you back already.
Back from where?
From the Dixie Trixie, catching 5-card cut. Didn't Colorado give you the telegram?
Of course he didn't. Why would he give you anything? You treat him like a piece of crap and he risks his life for you.
Yeah, you picked him up by the belt loop and shook him.
You know, exactly. You treat him and his little buddy like some idiots. They're not calling you.
No. And Jackrabbit is a part of this whole conspiracy. He wanted them gone. He's the middleman. He's the sneaky snake. Jackrabbit, sneaky snake.
Yeah, he's the rat. Because why would he be, you know what I mean, bringing anything up to them?
And then
you know what I mean?
They're still there. He was hoping all the law left town. And they did not. See? And he's got those tickets to get thrown in. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. He's in with the big.
Whoa.
He's in with the Big Bull and Krabby Patty.
Wow. Cardman got me thinking. This is deep. Rabbit is in on it.
Yeah, he is.
All right, let's get deep. Now we're back to the riverboat. Gambling is on. Shut up. Man in the building.
Some toilet water you got there, 5-card?
Toilet water.
Well, I ain't wearing any. What took you so long, Stowaway?
Thanks, Stowaway.
You're welcome, Johnny.
Now go.
In a little sailor suit.
Like cute little boy. You walk. Oh my word.
This is.
And I think that was weed. That had to be some kind of weed that came around him because he got high. His stench is. See, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
We got to watch that again. We got to see it all
That's
again.
pretty
All
cool.
right, let's go. Whoa! That's some sticky
toilet water.
That's some diggity dank.
Yeah, that's right. Hit him hard. That second hand.
That's why you needed that water, dude. That's
hot mouth.
and that's crazy because you think out of all of them, Colorado would be the guy that could handle a little herb smoke. You know what I'm saying?
But then I think they blame it on his smell.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
but it's not because it's the smoke coming out of. You can follow the cigar smoke going to him or his blunt going to him, right? And then he's like, you don't want to blame it on the blunt, so he just tells him he stinks. You know, what kind of toilet water are you wearing tonight?
Yeah, but there's nothing worse than somebody who smells like a blunt and sweatiness. You know, like a dude who don't shower, smokes too many blunts. You ever had a friend like that? It's the
Yeah, they
worst.
smell like feet. They smell like dirty feet.
They smell like dirty ass.
Well, yeah, it's like a room you just walk. Like it smells like a room you just walk in. 2 people just had sex.
Yeah, exactly.
They hadn't showered in a month.
Imagine if you knew somebody who never threw any of their old weed away, somebody who never showered.
Mm-hmm.
They were the same person, and they lived in the back of the dirtiest, stankiest, mustiest thrift store you've ever been in. That's what a guy like that smells like. You know what I'm saying?
It's in him. It's just absorbed. Can't get rid of it. Yeah, I know them people.
Oh, no, I've had to throw clothes away. I've hung out with certain people at their house, and it is so funk. I'm not going to name any names, but I knew a guy.
I saw him last week, guys. He's talking about me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not at all. I knew a guy who was, you know, not real keen on showering a lot. It wasn't his groove. Okay, whatever, man. You know, complete kind of hippie dude. Did the whole hippie road thing for a while. I dig it. I know hippies. It's cool, man. I'm not hating on you. But then he had like 3 cats and 4 dogs, 4 kids. So you had 5 to 6 people, 6 to 7 animals, all living in a house where they never vacuumed. never cleaned, and very seldom showered. Oh, and the animals, of course, were inside-out animals. It's not like they at least kept them in or they were outside and came in to be pet. No, they just roamed, like doors open, roamed.
Yep. Anything goes.
And I literally wore a sweatshirt. I was mad because, 75,
like
50 to 75 for a decent sweatshirt, and that's on a deal, right? So
Yeah.
I literally, it was, just to owe you one. But, I have a dozen or whatever. I literally, I couldn't get I washed it twice and I couldn't get the funk out of it. I washed it twice and I couldn't get the funk out of it. I heard what you said, but I'm moving on because we're.
No, I'm laughing at not being able to get it out.
I know, you're great. Anyway, so it's.
Oh, that's horrible. It is stuck that bad.
I had to throw it away. I couldn't wash the funk out of it, man. So.
Gee. Yeah, you can't. He's talking about me, everybody.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not. This person doesn't even live in Nebraska. So there's that. But I'm just saying, man, have you ever had that experience where you were in a place that was so funky that like it literally ruined your clothes? Like you couldn't get that funk out of your clothes because you hung out there for like 3-4 hours and that stank just baked into you?
Yeah. Used to be related to a couple of them stanks.
Fair.
For real. I mean, I know exactly. One shower a week, maybe. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that because it's free. I mean, a bar is like I can go to the Dollar Tree and for $1.25 get Irish Spring, the good stuff, right?
Hygiene is like the very first thing in being healthy with self-care is your hygiene, everybody. And it's respectful to everybody else you're around,
I think hygiene is one of the first steps to self-awareness. You know what I mean? Like
being aware of yourself and how it affects other people. And stank really affects other people.
Yes. And the problem is we live in too polite of a society. How often do you tell, man, your shit is stank, dog. You need to clean up. Vacuum, wash the walls. You know what I mean? Use some Lysol up in here.
Get some shampoo.
Yeah, man. Wash them clothes or at least put them in a laundry room outside of, because that funk is staying. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We live in a society where we just leave those people alone and they wonder what's wrong with them. And maybe they would clean. Next time you hang around somebody that stinks, you walk right over and be like, you smell like shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, hey, my house might be dirty, but I took a shower today.
Exactly. My studio's a mess right now, but you know what?
You showered.
You know what I mean? I actually took 2 showers yesterday. I got up and took a shower, went to the gym, came back and took another shower. So, you know what I mean?
Showering up, bro. Boy.
Gotta watch that. I'm getting dry. Ashy. So anyway, all right, let's get back to the Cowboys. If you don't know, right now we are on the riverboat, and the gambling that Colorado has been trying to do is going down.
Go.
Some toilet water you got there.
The dank! Hey, the dank sticky icky. I love it. I'm sorry. I just love it. First of all, now I want to hang out with 5-card Cud. Now I want to kick it with Cud. You know what?
Cud got the time, bud.
You know what Absolutely.
Some toilet water you got there, 5-card.
Well, I ain't wearing any. What took you so long, Stowaway?
Thanks, Stowaway.
You're welcome, Johnny.
Now go swab the deck.
Wait, why does 5-card Cud tell him what to do? 5-card Cud has no authority on this boat. He's simply a passenger, right?
Well, except remember, he did throw the captain into the window.
Oh, yeah. But does that make him the captain by default?
It just shows dominance.
I guess in Moo Mesa it does.
Over the steamboat.
That's fair.
Okay, bets are up.
Oh, gee, we're just betting money?
I thought we might play for something interesting like jewelry.
What?
Jewelry?
Don't you got any cash?
Oh, sure, I got cash.
How come I haven't seen you around the gaming circuit, Johnny?
Probably because I play in the northern mesa, mainly around way up here.
Well, then you must have run into Snake Eyes Smithson.
Oh, sure, Snake Eyes and I go way back. In fact, I won a bundle off him last week.
Bundle.
4 aces, I win.
That really is a lucky horse.
I always win with Chrysanthemum around.
I thought you said her name was Petunia.
Petunia was my second to last lucky horse. She ran off with a dice painter.
We'll play again later.
Ran off
You
with-
catch any of that? Wait. What? I'm telling you, this is they are just freestyling here. Like they wrote a basic loose sketch and then it was like just talk to the actors because what the hell? Okay, we gotta go back. I gotta watch that whole
I'm dying.
I am so damn confused here.
The horse his story is
Weird.
the horse ran off with another horse.
You were just betting money? I thought we might play for something interesting like jewelry.
What? Don't you got any cash?
Oh, sure, I got cash.
How come I haven't seen you around the gaming circuit, Johnny?
Probably because I play in the northern mesa, mainly around way up here.
Well, then you must have run into Snake Eyes Smithson.
Oh, sure, Snake Eyes and I go way back. In fact, I won.
Okay, do you see clearly how the animation is screwed here? Look, guys, we're going a little long, but you got to see this. You got to see. Okay, look, he's talking, but it's okay. So here just watch the animation. Okay, they're missing huge chunks, and just watch. You see what I'm saying? Am I crazy, Cardman?
No. This was thrown together quick. with a little bit of a storyline from another man's book, and then just stuff.
Fair enough. It's odd to me. It's not making sense. In the continuity is not there. It's like I'm watching 4 different. You know what it is? Okay, this is my theory. I just came up with the theory. Here's my theory on it. Right? They decided they had to shelf season 1, ep 2, the one we watched last week. And so, like, 4 writers got together and were like, I have this idea, and I have this idea, and I have this idea. Now, none of this is fleshed out to a full show, but we all have 4 ideas. Well, let's just throw those ideas together on paper and do scrap animation shots. We'll just change the backgrounds out and do scrap animations, and boom, we've got a season 1, ep 2A, right? Or 2B. I'm sorry, this is 2B. We're not 2B. So, but what I'm trying to figure out, I don't. Anyway, just watch, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch and see if you see what we see.
Oh, we might play for something interesting like jewelry.
What? Don't you got any cash?
Oh, sure, I got cash.
How come I haven't seen you around the gaming circuit, Johnny?
Probably because I play in the northern mesa, mainly around way up here.
Way up here.
You must
Way
have
up
run
here,
in.
which means that should be a visual cue, right?
Yeah, way up here. I just like the fact that the horse's tail is up on that shot, and he's got flies running around his head, and the tail is actually up on the horse.
You around the gaming circuit.
It should be down. Go, you can play it, but see, he should be relaxed. He should be down, unless he's getting ready to dump.
Yes, or the horse is trying to shoo the flies away.
Yeah,
They're coming off of 5-card cut
Yes.
onto Jezebel.
Yeah, if he's swinging his tail, then he's getting the flies away. If it's not about the flies, because of the space when you see above them, it's because he's preparing to poo.
Tune into Cardman's own channel for more horsetail behavior.
The horse whisperer.
Johnny.
That would be the horse ass whisperer, wouldn't it? You're only talking about the horse's ass and things connected to it.
I'm the whisperer.
So I'm just the
whisperer.
I can't with that. That is awesome.
Sometimes the neurons fire right, and they
my
can
word
be
for it.
Sorry, what?
I said, sometimes the neurons fire right, and I can be a little quick.
Dude, I think you have a new career. How many people are okay? Look, horses cost money, right? Let's just start there. Or everybody I know that's ever owned a horse or wanted to own a horse or who owns multiple horses says they cost money. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No,
a lot of money.
They used to own horses.
Horses are not cheap. If you have a horse and you own a horse and you love that horse, right? Maybe he's pooping, is what Amy says. I don't know. But here's the thing. That's my whole point. If you have a horse, it costs a lot of money. Now, if your horse has ass problems.
Oh, you got big problems.
You want to get that shit taken care of. And I mean, you want to get that shit taken care of immediately.
You better kill me. I'm going to be another rapper dead for popping off at the mouth with shit I shouldn't have said.
You know what I'm saying? So, what if there was someone? This is so great. I'm not saying it's the best day of my life, but this is one of the best shows I've ever done. Okay, so, dude, we just created a new business, a money-making consultation, no inventory, low overhead business that depends on the card man's special skills to speak into a horse's ass.
Whoa, the whisper.
To heal that horse. He's the horse whisperer. Sure, everybody wants to talk to a horse's face, but when you need a man that can do the dirty work, you know what I'm saying?
Special.
That horse's ass said,
"Do not come."
It was adamant.
Do not come.
But Vern said, "I'm the whisperer."
I'm gonna come.
And the crowd goes wild, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We got to get back to the show. But yeah, okay. So this is why you do it.
All about a horse's ass.
Isn't it though? Right.
That's where this went. This went to where the main point of this show was a horse's ass.
I see what you're saying, and I'm going to let it be said. No
What?
fight back. All right, let's go. Back to the quality animation.
Probably because I play in the northern mesa, mainly around way up here.
Then you
Once again, the whole point of the pause was to show you that this animation is awful. This is the third time in the show we've seen odd, weird, or incorrect animation for some reason. Full of errors, this one.
Jezebel's rubbernicking.
Jezebel, well, that's what she'd say. She's looking at his call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cheating. Colorado is cheating.
Yep.
To run into Snake Eyes Smithson.
Oh, sure, Snake Eyes and I go way back. In fact, I won a bundle off him last week. 4 aces, I win.
That really is a lucky horse.
I always win with Chrysanthemum around.
I thought you said her name was Petunia.
Petunia was my second to last lucky horse. She ran off with a dice painter.
We'll play again.
You don't want to smell that horse's ass. That's for damn sure. Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
If you,
the names
you
are
gotta,
coming. The names they're using. My word.
Petunia, Chrysanthemum, Jezebel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Chuck. Call your horse Chuck. You know? Or Diablo or something cool.
Well, that's something a little more just to dig deeper into the weirdness of this show. Yes. It seems like all of these people have a weird, all of these cowboys have a weird connection to their horses that are all female. You know what I'm saying? It's odd.
And if you want on your own time, Google the name Jezebel and do some research.
Yes.
On that name. Yourselves.
Lucky horse. She ran off with a dice painter.
We'll play again
later. Once again, when your horse runs off with another man, that's an odd relationship for a horse.
You said her name was Petunia.
Petunia was my second to last lucky horse. She ran off with a dice painter.
We'll play again later. I know where you are.
Anytime, 5 card. I love to win.
Move.
That's right.
Good eyes, Dakota. Looks like the calf finds belongings. I sure hope nothing's happened to him.
Gotta check downstream.
And
I
fast.
sure hope nothing's happened to him because we can't find no free more child labor. Please stop it, okay? If you cared about the kid, you wouldn't have forced him to be child labor in a brothel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like finding their backpack and their shoes out in the middle of Mexico somewhere. You know,
Also,
that's what they come upon right now.
Look, man, you're not a child, right? However, you're the homie. So if I'm looking for you, you're missing, and we're all looking for you, and we come upon like your hat and your shades and your hoodie on a riverbank. If the person I was talking to is just like, oh, sure, hope nothing's happened to him. Well, let's go ahead. I'd be like, what's wrong with you, man? Can you have a little care here? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just agreeing. I saying, yeah, obviously something's happened.
Somebody
Why are
needs
they
to
questioning it?
Yeah. Drop the cowboy stick and save this little kid. Otherwise, who's going to take out your trash and polish your brass?
Yeah, instead of trying to come up with your next code, your cow code. Now watch. They'll be sitting around and they'll come up with the cow code before they ever find the kid.
That's true. And yes, the anthropomorphic cow-horse relationships are weird. Drop it in the chat and agreed. All right, let's keep rolling. Come on. We're going to get to it. At least the horse cared.
Hey, on target.
There he is doing more slavery. Oh, my God.
Again.
This is harder than working at the tumbleweed.
That all cow's burning my hide. This is probably what he's after.
How do you know he's a law cow?
Simple. He said he saw Snake Eyes missing last week. And Snake Eyes has been 5 feet under for at least 10 years.
Say what?
The bucket's going to give way. He's going to fall, and they're going to hear him.
Oh, no. Also, I guess they only bury people 5 feet deep?
Yeah. Only 5.
What? Why? Let's go again.
Burning my hide. This is probably what he's after.
How do you know he's a law cow?
Simple. He said he saw Snake Eyes missing last week. And Snake Eyes has been 5 feet under for at least 10 years.
Really?
I put him there.
Yeah, what? For real, why 5 feet?
Throw the law cow overboard?
He just admitted to a...
Yeah, but why 5 feet? You're right. That's not...
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess they're not really dead unless they're at 6 feet.
You know what I think it is, Doug? I hate to say this, man. I don't want to cast aspersions. I think cows are lazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at them. They have a town built on crime, brothelness, and money laundering. And the only people doing any real work besides sex work is this little kid in the whole town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe cows don't have the work ethic they need to be successful.
I can see it daily. I almost sent you a video. In fact, I will at some point. 4 houses down across the road are 3 cows from my house. And I just thought about that last night when I was leaving. I was like, oh, there's cows right there for tomorrow's show.
The cowboys.
They're my neighbors. Literally, I got 2 cows as my neighbors. So I am like sort of part of like kind of one of them human animal things. My neighbors are cows.
You okay, look, I don't know. Were they there before? How long have they been there?
Yeah, there's like a acre and a half that's been fenced in, and then there's a house on the other side of the road, and they've put cows.
Okay, now that was new. What if the cowboys of Moon Mesa caught wind of us exposing their plots? Because they can look like regular cows to us. We wouldn't know the difference between a cowboy of Moon Mesa and a regular cow, save for walking on 2 hooves. But that's a whole nother thing. Let's not split hairs. So the point is, we wouldn't know, especially if they decided to go into regular human cow mode. Like, we're going to act like regular cows around these human folk. They're going to have no idea.
You know what?
Bro, what if the Moon Mesa Cowboys are staked out right outside your house, bro?
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Whoa, man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Yep.
Be
I think
careful.
I think you're dead on. Dead on. They
Bro, it's
found
just-
out that we're doing the show, we're exposing stuff, and so they've sent these 2 cows that have been modified. I'm in trouble.
They're undercover, dude. If you find a black and white one, offer him some weed and a star. Tell him you'll deputize him and give him some weed. I feel like that'll work. I don't know, but you should try it.
Yeah.
Maybe your only.
You can
shot.
cow tip if they're stoned.
You see, that's the thing, though. You think you can cow tip because you think they're regular cows. Then you get up close to them, and then what happens?
They stand up.
You know what I mean? Then bam, they got you.
Yeah.
They weren't regular cows. They were the cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Mesa.
You know what I mean?
West Side, Moo Mesa.
I just feel like I love you guys. Maybe you'll get along. I don't know.
love
Let's keep going here with this crime against humanity and this poor child.
I ain't
When these
scared
cows
no
with
cows.
poor work ethic. Say what? Sorry, say what?
I just said I ain't scared no cow.
I ain't scared of no cows.
Yeah, I put him there.
Oh, what are we gonna do? Throw the law cow overboard? Feed him to the piranhas? No, we can tar and feather him, then feed him to the piranhas.
All of it. But
Tar and
first,
feather?
I want to win my money back.
I gotta warn Colorado. Whoops!
Oh, you called it fucking fall.
Look, small change.
Oh, they heard it.
Get it!
Vern called it.
Nailed it.
Pardon me.
Going somewhere, Stowaway.
Any sign? Where could Cody be?
What's this for?
5 cards inviting you to a high-stake poker game in his private cabin.
Splendid. I see you're ready to lose some more, eh, Mr. Cud?
We'll see.
I've already won enough money, so let's try something different, huh? You know, I'm mighty partial to jewelry, especially diamond jewelry in the shape of shelled
Look at
animals.
that shot.
Man.
Look at how thrown together this is.
First of all, I want
real.
this. I want this as art on my wall in my home. That's art.
I want that as my new backdrop.
Yes, I love the coloring. I might be able to do. Hold on, let me see something. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Make it your back. Oh man, I'll be so jealous.
I'll send it to you.
I won't know how to do it though. That's why you guys all got to see the background of my house, because actually I like my background of my house. So yeah, pretty proud of it.
Let's see here.
There's a lot to look at. If you actually look at the background behind me, folks that are ever watching and following, you can get lost in what's behind me.
I submit that you have the best background in any podcast ever. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
love it. I got a nice setup. I got stage lights right out here. I got this is my favorite.
how's that, by the way?
How's what?
Look at the monitor. Yeah, buddy.
Let me, hold on. I can't see it. That's all I see is the big screen. Do I need to go to small screen?
Boom. Look. See. Yeah. No, that's us. Look at us. Right.
I see
Now
us.
I'm going to change our background.
Okay, now. Oh, his height.
And then if I minimize us in watch mode, that's just our background. You know what I mean?
Oh, he hates. Oh, that's awesome. Look how down he's looking at me.
But then I remove it, right? And then watch. And then I'm going to add the video back to the stage. Boom. Remove. Add. Remove. Add.
That's awesome.
All right. We're going to quit playing and continue on. We're going late. We got to go.
Maybe. But first, what are you betting?
How about this? My great-grandpappy's pocket watch.
I was thinking of something more useful, like your lucky horse.
What, Jasmine?
Jasmine?
I thought you said her name was Chrysanthemum.
What do you say, Slim? How about this to match your horse?
How about this?
The armadillo ring.
You're under arrest by the Colorado
Of
Kid.
course. You're down to play the game till you can't win it anymore, and then you just got to throw your weapons out and start messing them up. Colorado, I like you, man, but you are infected with authoritarian mindsets.
Yeah. That's why he's got the Mussolini stash.
Mussolini
stash.
Yes.
Yeah, deputy to be.
And how about this? We got you covered.
Can we play a different game?
So you think you can trick 5-card cut, huh? Well, one turn on the paddle wheel and 5-to-1 you'll change your mind.
You're never gonna get away with this 5-card.
That's what Snake Eye Smithson said just before I did the same thing.
You got to look at the horse. The horse has its 2 front hooves tied. This is great. Wow.
Paddle wheel and 5-to-1 you'll change your mind.
You're never gonna get away with this 5-card.
Of course, the back one's not tied, but yeah.
I love this. I love the horse's 2 front hooves are tied together, and then the sound bite over that when they go to this little transition.
That's what Snake Eye Smithson said just before I did the same to him. Shove him overboard.
Oh,
No!
Hear that, Moo? Sounds like the riverboat. Let's rodeo.
That horse can walk on water. That's pretty cool.
Not so fast, Cud.
It's the law.
It's the law.
ain't that a kick in the pants, Cut?
Get the boat moving, Captain. Right.
Yippee-yay-okay-yay!
Ooh! Thanks, Delphinium.
Wait, what did he call that horse?
Delphinium. What's going on with these names?
And now he doesn't need like a cover name. I thought before he was just messing up the cover name. But he doesn't need a cover name when it's just them talking.
No.
Maybe that's why he has such a hard time keeping horses, bro. You know what I mean?
Couldn't even remember their names. He didn't even take time to know them enough to know their names. He just used them to ride.
He doesn't whisper them. Okay.
No.
Horses sometimes need
His horse is clogged. The horse is clogged and needs a whisper. And then it'll be lighter and it can run and be more agile and it won't have that discomfort that it has if it talks to the whisper.
You know, normally the horse whisperer would charge $5,000 per consultation. But act now, and for only $99.99, you yourself
in the chat, put it on that money
in the chat. You tell him, you call him, you DM him, and the horse whisperer will come and fix all of your horse whispering needs.
Whisper.
I need that as a drop now.
Thanks, Delphinium.
Delphinium? What is about?
Delphinium. Yeah.
We just got to keep seeing the horse is mad. The horse is mad,
yeah,
and rightly so.
Yeah, call me by my real name.
Thanks, Delphinium. A joke. It's just a joke, Jezebel. Where is your sense of humor?
Whoa!
Thanks, Jezebel.
Hey, what about me?
Oh.
I'm going aboard.
Yep.
Here we go, Cyclone.
It's Marshal Moo.
Well, I hate the law. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Tell us how you really feel.
Those rotten kids. skibbity do it. They got me.
I hate it.
Game's over.
Hey, I don't know if you know this.
Lifesaver. A lifesaver. And it saved his life.
Kids, remember, if anyone's ever shooting bullets at you, grab the nearest styrofoam you can find. It's totally bulletproof. Totally. You know what I'm saying? Totally bulletproof.
Yep. We got away with it. It wasn't for them rotten kids.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Game's over, 5 card.
Not in my book.
Cannon.
Yeah. Whoa.
Gotta get this ship to shore before we sink.
Whoa.
Hope we make it in time.
Dog was not struggling.
Laura's down, you fool.
I'm trying, sir.
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay! This cruise ain't even over.
Yeah, Rebel.
Nice duds, kid.
No, what are you doing? We're sinking.
Doing
the best I can, kid.
Wait. What are you thinking?
Nice duds, kid.
I'm trying, sir.
Oh no!
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay! This cruise ain't even over.
One-handed.
That was Colorado that saved the day, if you guys are wondering.
And it's why.
Say what?
It's YYYKY. Yippee. Yeah. Ki-yay. Yo.
Nice duds, kid.
No, what are you doing? We're sinking.
Doing the best I can, kid. The best I can.
Official business, folks. May I? Get this thing together there.
Now I'm in.
I thought it was under.
Oh wow! Wow! I didn't see that coming. I should have known.
I'm blindsided.
Do you remember the great riverboat rescue of 1827 when a guy used a couple of miners' carts and went into the river? You don't remember that, bro?
No, that's of lore. That's of lore.
Well, I think we've just seen that it's proof. I think we have hard evidence now. We have hard historical fact. If anyone says that's lore, I'll refer to you. Cowboys of New Mesa, Episode 1, Season 2B.
We gotta send this to North Korea to help them be able to get their ships to get into the ocean and not tip them over. Send this
Not for
to
nothing.
North
I just
Korea.
want you to watch this long animation filler. Look at this filler. Look at this filler.
Likes fillers.
Also angry.
You have a nice stay, 5 card. You know, I hope you don't get jail sick. Get it? Jail sick?
Good one.
I don't. What? I don't.
I was just laughing because he made a joke.
Right? No, but I don't get it.
It
I'm
wasn't
not saying he didn't make a joke, and I'm not saying it wasn't funny. I'm saying I don't get it. You know?
No, I'm saying I am. It wasn't funny. I just chose to laugh at it because it making me more entertaining to watch.
Well, that made it funny, so thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, here's this trickety trick again.
Jail sick?
Jail sick.
Yeah.
Cody, oh, thank goodness you're okay.
I need my slave labor.
I'm sorry, Miss Lily. Will you forgive me?
Oh, Cody, of course I will. I missed you something terrible.
You know, working around the saloon is nothing compared to the carefree river life.
Brainwashed.
Oh my gosh.
brainwashed. Now he's willing to do all the work he has to at the saloon because of
Thank
this
you for
experience.
Thank you for rescuing me from a life of personal responsibility, freedom, and my own choices. Let me get back to slave labor in a whorehouse.
Please, it was way better.
Nothing compared to the carefree river life.
I take it this is your missing ring, ma'am.
Oh, thank you lots, Mr. Marshall. And doesn't Mumsy look lovely?
Super.
Well, that's the last we'll hear of 5-card Cud.
Nice work, Colorado.
Yeah, but I probably would have drowned or something in the river if you and Dakota hadn't shown up.
Ain't no problem about it.
No, I've been thinking I might need a little more experience under my belt before I make deputy.
Now, where have I heard that before?
Say,
And once again, bro.
Why?
First of all, we have the kid saying, I don't want freedom or my own life. I want to be a child slave, sweeping up brothels while reading. And now you have the dude who clearly talented, can handle it. I don't want the thing I always wanted because y'all are smarter than me.
Yeah, I still have a long ways to go. I realize that now. So I will, I'll just do whatever you say from now on, and I'll be your whipping post.
You're clearly better than me, and I was stupid to think I could ever be anything other than what you tell me I can.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's complete like self-destruction.
Probably would have drowned or something in the river if you and Dakota hadn't shown up.
Also, not for nothing, but just watch that little
Lots, Mr. Marshall.
Colorado.
They look lovely.
Watch the animation.
Well, that's the last we'll hear of 5-card Cud.
Nice work, Colorado.
Yeah, but I probably would have drowned or something in the river if you and Dakota hadn't shown
That
up.
was a mess up.
Ain't no problem about it.
No, I've been thinking I might need a little more experience under my belt before I make deputy.
Now, where have I heard that before?
Say, Marshall, did you use those tickets we gave you?
I won the lottery.
Well, all aboard, Sheriff. But I'm afraid your boat trip is only stopping in one port.
Oh. I told you oafs to pack faster.
Scene.
Wow.
This is Og1, and in today's video, we are playing.
I don't know what that is.
Hi, guy.
Babyface in the building.
What's up?
Babyface.
Hey, man, how you doing, brother?
I have no idea how long he's been watching, man. I was just checking the chat because I have been amazed, shocked, upset, and/or blown away. You know what I'm saying by this? The most fun, maybe, but the worst episode ever.
We don't know ever yet because we're only into 2B.
Okay, of the three.
Up to this point, yes. But the thing about this episode, there was a lot of things that were really fun to dig into and talk about and make fun of and laugh.
So much we needed 2 hours to cover a 20-minute show.
But how many laughs are inside of that? And for you and me. For you
That's
and
great.
me, how many laughs?
And most importantly, how many conspiracies have we uncovered in just 3 episodes, bro?
Or made up, whatever,
No.
uncovered, made up, whatever. We don't care.
All conspiracies are made up until they're proven.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is fun. This is way we're gonna have a different conspiracy every week, at least 5 of them per show.
No, this is a real look, man. The Cowboys of Moo Mesa is a Marxist, authoritarian, anti-freedom disguised and wrapped in the Wild West frontier to get people to be child slaves in brothels illegally. So they took who owned that riverboat? Right?
That's the ending. Really, I mean, what was that ending? Red Bull won. I call him Red Bull. He's my homie, but Red Bull won that money from the ticket draft, right?
Right.
And then they're like, whatever. With the boat.
The boat is parked, and the boat
is parked
right outside of where? Lily's establishment. So is that her new property? Does she get to manage and profit off that property?
Do we
And
get to
if so-
see that property as part of town from now on every week?
And maybe the reason Lily got that to manage is because when she tried to do her own savings and loan type deal, she decided it was better to turn all of her wealth and asset management over to bankers. And so they go, okay, you play along. So when we confiscate something illegally from someone else because a criminal decided to show up on a boat. That means that you get to sink the boat and confiscate the boat.
Yep. And then go ahead and use it for your own
benefit.
profit
Yes.
Or what, I guess, because it's interesting because now because think about riverboat gambling. Where like in St. Louis or wherever, or over in across in Council Bluffs in Omaha, right there, you can gamble on the rivers, the riverboats,
right?
But on land, oh no. But get on the boat, oh yeah.
Weird.
I don't get that, but there are towns that that are like that, cities that are like that in this country, and I completely do not understand that. But this kind of fits into that with gambling in a riverboat on a river, and then they confiscate it because it's illegal or whatever. I see a different thing with the gambling in the riverboat too. It's just there's so much. There's so many layers. They have too many writers.
Too many. Too many.
Too many writers in the room. Too many directors. I mean, I think they got 7 directors on this animation show.
Yeah.
That doesn't really have directors.
I'm pretty sure this whole thing was maybe a money laundering plan for the Ninja Turtles guys. I don't know, man. It makes no sense.
I know, because this is the Ninja Turtle, the artists and the makers of TMNT.
Right.
And the one thing they're missing here, because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there was always a reason the turtles were the way they are, right? And why the rat was the way he was.
Right.
Because of that spill that went down the drain. And those 4 turtles and that rat all got nuclearized by it. And that's how they grew into the mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, sure.
Yeah, but how do we have these cows? How did they happen? I want to know. Was it aliens? Did they come down and make this foundation for Cowville or Moo Mesa? I want to know who made Moo Mesa and how it happened.
Well,
there was a reason for the turtles. Give me a reason for the cows.
They're saying it was a what do you call it? You know what I mean? It was
wasn't it an asteroid or something? Isn't that where there's an asteroid in the intro?
Correct.
So it destroyed all human life and then took human DNA and it combined it with a cow DNA amongst that chaos, and we got Moo Mesa.
Moo Mesa.
So this is the future.
Right.
Ooh. Wow. That hurt. That hurt my head.
That's fair. That hurt my head.
It hurt my head to process that is our future. They're just calling it out. We're gonna be cowmen pretty soon. After that asteroid hits, watch out, everybody. And I'm gonna be one because I got freaking cows 4 houses down. Literally.
Yeah, no, hey, I live in a pretty cowy place myself. You know what I mean? Shout out, we got some chats going on. Art Vandalay seems to be a real big fan, is back. You know what I mean? Really wanting to pay attention to us. We're really important. That's awesome. And we got Apothecary J saying grown adults watching cartoons. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's awesome too. Because
I love that. I love bless.
We are grown men and we are enjoying the hell out of cartoons and we're getting paid to do it.
I always say,
don't hate me because you ain't me. Sounds like you're a jealous little punk.
I always say, bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Yes. Well, I don't say bless his heart. I say, yeah. Look, first of all,
Bless
your
your
name
heart.
is Apothecary J. What is wrong with you?
Bless your
Grow the F up. You are a child who is trying so hard to be something more than you're not. Why? Because you're basic. Because, like most people, the vast majority, you are slightly below average, and you have a YouTube pre-installed app on your phone. And you think that somehow, some way, watching us do what we do so well that people love it, and we get literally tens of thousands of people watching, you disapprove of. So what, we're going to go watch science docs? No, stupid. Clearly, you are a joyless, below average, lonely person who only can stop by to drop an insult because you're insecure and you know how tiny your dick really is. And you know that you don't have the comedy, the talent, the juice, the chemistry, or the creativity, or the intelligence to do what we're doing right here now. So what do? You throw a little shit at the art. You go to the Museum of Art and you go, I could never be anything close to any of these men. So I'm going to take a little turd and throw it at a painting because I need to be important. Well, Jay, you just got your attention. I hope you're proud of yourself. Never come back. You're silenced.
Bless your
Say
heart.
something in the chat again. Try. I dare you.
Bless your
Dare you.
heart.
Do it. Do it.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Oh, Jay, where'd you go? Oh, nothing? Oh, where'd you go, buddy? That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it.
My scope acts like a beard brush.
It's fun. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. My scope acts like a beard brush.
Yeah. It's multitasking. It's like a Swiss Army knife, all in a toy pew. But really works though. I mean, it's a real pew. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You see that plastic paint job on that thing? Word. It's dangerous. You know, I woke up today feeling dangerous.
I
You watch the
understand.
chats.
And today's been very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's been
Has
a
it?
dangerous day.
Ooh.
Lots of stuff happening. You know what I mean? We've dealt with conspiracies.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Marxist evil conspiracies to destroy the soul and to indenture poor children in brothels.
Yes. We've seen it all already. I mean, the only thing we can be is shocked at this point for what's to come at Moo Mesa.
Hey,
And
coming up on about. Sorry, go ahead.
don't ever call me a grown man or an adult again. Don't you ever do that. Don't you categorize me. Don't you put me in that box.
Great thing about that is he can't do any of that ever again. You know what I'm saying? That's the great part about it, because he's silenced because he was stupid. And you lose your privileges when you're stupid. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but I like to talk to those guys. They got issues and I can help them. They've really got mental issues.
they do. They
Yeah.
do.
When you play troll anywhere, you know. Now if it's on a bigger thing and there's actually conversation and meaning, yeah, but when what we're doing, there's no reason for anybody to have a negative comment or come at anybody on this, because this is just fun, you know. And you're not gonna poo-poo on my fun,
right?
It's still gonna be fun no matter what, you know. Jeez, we take 20 minutes and make it 2 hours,
Right. And
Yeah.
and not only that, but we make it fun. See,
Fun
that's something
2
they
hours.
can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something they just simply, when you don't have the skills or the talent, you don't have the skills or the talent. You know what I mean?
He didn't say we weren't funny.
Correct.
Did not say
Correct.
that.
Because
really
we
good.
are. We're
Not really
hilarious
good.
and
Just enough.
talented. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. So that's good stuff.
Well, there's so many layups. There's so many layups that Moo Mesa gives. That's why it takes so long to get through an episode, because, you know, being funny people, there's so much that we like to point out and can bring humor to inside this cartoon that the
Right.
cartoon doesn't bring out of itself, you know. So yeah, Man, it's all about fun. So no reason for any hate.
No reason for hate, except for hating the people that are being haters. You know what I'm saying? But that's all right. You know what I mean? They need the love. They need the attention.
Yeah.
So we're giving it to them a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I mean?
I love it. Because I always say, I mean, I think that's a part of being successful is having people not like you.
Exactly. Oh yeah, no. Not only that, but what I like is that these people are stupid that hate us, but I love it because what they do is drive us up in the algo, and they don't understand they're actually helping us. They're helping us get more money. They're helping us get more views. Like, please continue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of these dummies, I don't block because I know they keep cranking out content for me. And the more they drop in my chat, and the more because see, the thing is, they're on my YouTube because it's the only one where you don't have to give like a real phone number and stuff.
Yeah.
And the more they drop in my chat, the more they do. One, they have to subscribe to do it. So thank you for the subscription.
Yeah.
Really. That makes, once again, more money for me. And then in addition to that, the more they chat, the more it pushes us up in the algorithm and the more successful we become. So thank you guys. You guys must really love us because what you're doing and all this work you're doing is only benefiting us. So thank you for that. We appreciate it.
There's always been profit off of hate.
Yes, there is. Especially when it's dummies. I mean, like base yard stupid people. It's so much fun. So, yes.
It is. I mean, that's another layup.
It is. You know. So,
and for people that don't know what a layup is when content gives you something to say something funny.
Right? Exactly.
That's what a layup is.
Absolutely. And we got the layups. We got all the layups. Speaking of layups, brother, what do you got coming up this week, this weekend? What are you doing?
This weekend, I am going to be staying here at home. It's supposed to be pretty nice out. Can take the dog out. Go for a cruise. Got back. I went for a cruise the other night. After our show on Wednesday, I went for that cruise.
Nice.
And then, we're just gonna, since we went for the cruise, we're just gonna hang out, eat some good food. And I'm trying to find a copy of or order the Ethiopian Bible.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like my goal this weekend because I want to. There's a couple books in there that I really want to read in the Ethiopian Bible. So to gain knowledge on what other people think and say that you hear, just to have say, yeah, I read it. So that way I can know it.
Right.
So, yeah. So that's kind of a goal is to just kind of find that book. Or at least the Book of Enoch I'm interested in reading.
Yeah, I think I have one of those here, actually. Yeah, man. And that's all online. If you wanted to read it on your phone or
it's on it is online?
Yeah. Hold on.
I bet both of them are, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Ethiopian churches, isn't it the oldest church?
Yes, it is.
On the planet?
And they're the original writers of scripture that predates King James. And then King James, when he came on, he redid everything and made it his way. And whatever he took out, he took out. He edited whatever was written.
Word. Okay. Yes. All right. Absolutely. So this weekend you're going to be doing some reading and some cruising and some dinner. Love it.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay. How about, did you want to promote if you're going live or doing a live stream, breaking card packs?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm tonight. Sorry. Yeah. Tonight I'll probably break some cards. I got probably Mosaic basketball, which it'll be looking for the Wimby rookie. That's the hunt on that break. So yes, we will be doing a break tonight. And it's usually late night. Even if it's 7:30 here, it's 9:30 on the East Coast. So, it doesn't get a lot of followers, and that's okay because I do it for fun. Mm-hmm. Just like I do this for fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a party. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's why we do it. If it wasn't fun, we wouldn't do it. It's just that haters hate because they don't have a lot of fun in their life, man.
No.
They don't do what it takes. They're not willing to make the sacrifices. They're stupid and they're small. And so they're haters. But please, haters, come to our channel. We love haters. You know what I mean? It's fuel for the fire, and you're driving our algo. The more you drop in our chat, the more we get, the more benefit you provide to us. So say all the silly stuff you want. Come on. Come on with it. Please drop it all.
There's real life. There's real life.
Yeah,
this is shit. This is the internet. This is computer. There's real life. I don't give a shit what somebody says on here. I don't. On my page, on Facebook, on Insta, anything. I don't care.
You know, they stopped chatting. So I was just going to say they stopped chatting. So I think they had to get back to their shift at Burger King. They were on their lunch break. They saw us on their YouTube. They were smoking their, you know, their bargain basement food stamp cigarettes. They were doing that. They were enjoying that, going through their YouTube, you know, with their Burger King internet on their Straight Talk wireless. They found us and they were like, "Oh, these men are watching cartoons, and I have to throw fries out a window. Let me say some stupid shit." Rah!
Yeah, I'm manager of fries at Burger King.
That's why they don't donate, because they
I'm
can't
the
afford
fryer.
to. They're broke. Anybody with a name like Apothecary J, or you know what, Mookie's so cool. If you have to tell us you're so cool, you're not cool, bro. If you have to put cool in your name so we all think you're cool, you're not cool. In fact, that's the opposite of cool. You are the opposite of what you think you are, you retard.
I mean, that's the thing. That's just like people telling you how smart they are, people telling you how tough they are. If they have to say those things, they ain't those things.
Yep, exactly. And that's the best part about it, is that we're so winning, bro. It's awesome. Does the winning ever stop? It does not. I mean, we have freaking champions. You know what I'm saying? Literal champions, athletic champions in our chats and hanging out and watching us. We have people on the biggest podcast in the world. Man, we're killing it. So we're doing pretty good.
They ain't us. Hate us because they ain't us.
Ain't us. You know, I gotta stop with this. I gotta stop with the fun hater talk. I'm just enjoying it because it's just too much fun. You know?
Just because we taint us.
So you know how it is, man. We having fun. We doing it large. We doing it real. Guys, please make sure you tune in. We're gonna try to go Monday. I'm gonna go Monday no matter what. I hope Vern comes. If he doesn't, that's all right. He's a grown man.
I plan on it.
Not a grown man. He's an entity of a spirit. He's an idea that you perceive when you see this living creature.
I only show up when you perceive me.
Because here's the crazy part about it. What you think about Vern, the card man, is completely different than what somebody else thinks. He might have had a friend he grew up with 20 years. He might have had a dude he toured with for a decade. You know what I mean? He might have family members. He might have enemies. And they all, when they think of card man, they all think of a different person. Right?
Yep.
Just like me. There are people in my life, as we can clearly see, there are people in my life that would love me to no longer exist on this planet. And there are people that believe in what we're doing, and they get behind us and they push with us, and we build and grow together.
Yeah.
That's the coolest part about that is that no matter what people think, you get to decide who you actually are.
Yep. Yeah. And be comfortable in that. And love that skin I'm in.
But you get to make that decision. That's the best part. The problem is, like we were saying before, we live in a world now where if I can take the decision away from you and tell you it's not your responsibility to be accountable for your life, and that nothing in your life is up to you, it's just what other people do to you, and you are just a set of emotions and reactions.
Yeah. Oh, well, man, I hope haters go around and tell people how much they hate us.
Oh, please.
Please. Spread it. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Go and tell everybody how much you hate the Cardman and Fresh Mike show on Friday. Tell them how much you hate us. I love it. I mean, yeah, for real. That's free promotion. Free promotion. Thank you.
Half the shit that blows up on the internet is because most people hate it. Not because that's the big secret people haven't figured out, quite honestly. Everybody's like, how do I create something that everybody likes? It's cool. No, people have to truly hate and loathe something for it to go viral. Now, other people do have to like it, fair enough, but there has to be a really healthy amount of hate for it to blow up. So please, we're on the right track. Man, we are over time and we are just talking here now. Ah, damn it. We went over 2 hours. I'm not going to be able to do clips. I'm going to have to hand make them. Fuck. Oh, well.
Can't you edit 5 minutes out and then you do clips?
No, because it's not how it works. But I would love to, but that's just not. I mean, I can make clips now, but it's going to take me like 2 hours longer than would at least. I got our other show, so I got like 6 hours ahead of me just to put clips out now.
My bad.
I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, well, it's all right. Everybody stopped listening anyway. They stopped listening about 30 minutes ago.
Well, it's all right. We've had fun.
Absolutely. Guys, this has been That Nooner Show. The Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Season 1, Ep 2B.
Yes.
Or not to be.
And we will see next week.
We will see you next week, possibly Monday.
Yes.
But before then, make sure you tune into the Card Man Vern White. And you follow him because he's probably going live tonight. You're going to have a friend breaking some cards. He's really great about responding to you in the chat. If you want to drop a chat, ask a question. If you're trying to collect, thinking about collecting, or a collector. And he's real honest about it. He's going to give you, because you might have some of the cards he has. And he's going to be like, look, man, I'm going to be honest. This card is really about this much. And this man knows. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out.
Please do. Come hang out.
Heck yeah. I'm excited for it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week. All the pew for you. And we are out.
Oh boy!